Since it's the start of 2022, we would like to announce bikes to watch out for in this calendar year. Now, bear in mind that some of the bikes in this list have been chosen with our head, some with our heart, and some with both. But we aren't obsessed with the 5 fastest bikes out there, but bikes that offer something unique. Three bikes here are made of carbon fiber, one from aluminium, and one from titanium. So we start off with the Specialized Ethos. Now, right after the launch of the Tarmac SL7, Specialized launched the Ethos, which we think is the Specialized superbike for 90% of those who want a specialized race bike. It comes with a traditional English threaded bottom bracket, exposed cabling, and round 27.2mm seat post. It is because of these reasons that we assure you that it is probably the fastest bike in the world, which uses easy to live by standards, and hence, unless you crack the frame, it has a really long shelf life. The frame itself, albeit not as aerodynamic as the SL7, is quite aerodynamic in its own right, and the fact that the top tube and seat stays meet at the same junction in the seat tube make it much more aesthetically pleasing than most specialized bikes in the market. The Ethos family of models starts from Ethos Expert costing $5,500 to the range-topping Dura Di2 costing a whopping $14,000. Our next bike on the list is a bike that, while is equipped with a press-fit Shimano bottom bracket and a proprietary seat post, has to feature here because of the immense value it offers in the Advanced and Advanced Pro bikes in its lineup. We are talking about the Giant TCR, of course. In most circumstances, the Advanced Pro versions of the TCR are almost as fast as flagship bikes from other brands at under half the price, and hence it has to have a place in our list. Very few manufacturers really make bikes this good, both in the frame as well as the overall group set and wheel combination around the $4,000 to $6,000 mark. And the TCR, especially the Advanced Pro versions, has to have a place in our top 5 list because of it. Choice is never a bad thing, and the TCR offers you both disc and rim brake options, although unfortunately rim brake versions are standard mount and not direct mount. Coming on to a bike which you almost buy solely with the heart, the third bike on our list is the Colnago C64. While the bike is no slouch, its Luggett carbon frame is absolutely unique and gives it the kind of ride quality that a monocoque frame simply cannot match. Colnago makes the V3RS in Taiwan, it still makes the C64 in Italy, and we reckon it will continue to do so for time to come. You can choose from a range of colors, and we are glad to mention that both the disc and rim brake options are provided by Colnago. The rim brake option in this case is direct mount. We don't choose to stay over expensive when talking about top 5 bikes for the year, and the next bike in our list is the Cannondale CAT 13. The CAT 13 is arguably the finest riding and handling aluminum bike ever made, and although we believe most CAT aficionados would agree, it is not the best looking, especially at the wheels. Regardless of this, the disc brake CAT 13, which has a tire clearance of 32 mils, and the rim brake CAT 13, which has 30 mils of tire clearance, are deeply impressive bikes, not by the standards of aluminum bikes, but outright. And if you want bikes that come away from crashes or a swinging door, not with a cracked frame, but with battle scars, then the CAT 13 is the best option out there. It comes with much more aerodynamic improvements over the CAT 12, albeit at the cost of good looks. We also want to mention that for most of us not possessing a FTP of over 270 watts, this is all the bike one may ever need. The last bike in this list is one that many of you may not have heard of. It's the number 22 Aurora. Now, given number 22 make 3 road bikes, the Reactor, which is their out and out race bike, the Aurora, which is in between a race and endurance bike, and the Great Divide, which is a combination of an endurance and light gravel bike, we decided to include a titanium frame bike because while it may be expensive, it's also the kind of material that can actually last a lifetime, and an Aurora bought now can be used for 25-30 years because of its geometry, the fact that it won't crack like carbon or dent as easily as aluminum or rust like steel. In that period of time, over 2-3 decades, you might have bought 4 to 6 carbon bikes, and by that standard, the Aurora is definitely cheaper in the long run. Also, it has the kind of geometry that's endurance biased but not too laid back, and it should ride with the zing that you expect of a high quality titanium frame. Because it uses easy to live by standards like a T47 bottom bracket and a round 27.2mm seat post, as well as coming with 34 mils of tire clearance. If you have the money and want one bike to last lifetime that can accompany you in fast bunch rides as well as lazy city commutes over rough roads or anything in between, it's the bike to get. They are far from the only manufacturer making titanium, but they stood out for us. I'll put some of the reviews of these bikes in the description, especially the Aurora, as it may be a brand you may not have heard of but would love reading. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and as my criteria for being a top 5 bike isn't restricted to the wind tunnel. Please subscribe if you like my content, and I'll see you next time.